Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ricardo, and today I'm going to be talking about how to stay calm in a pretty bad and tough situation. Last week I had found out that my dream car, which is a 2019 Mustang convertible, it needs a new engine. When I had found out about that, don't get me wrong, I was sad, I was down about it, but I had stayed calm through that moment because I didn't want to do something. I didn't want to let my intrusive thoughts get to me. Like, I didn't want to do something that I regret doing. I didn't want to do something in the moment or anything like that, because you know, when you're down or upset about something, you don't think clearly. So I didn't want anything like that to affect me or anything like that. So I had to stay calm, and I was looking at what options do I have. One option is to trade my car in. If I trade it in, my payments are gonna be higher, or I can fix the engine. About a month ago, I had took my car to get an oil change, and usually it take about an hour for my car to get an oil change, but this time it took like 2 hours, so I was pretty concerned. So the lady had came back and was just like, "You have a pinion shaft oil leak," and I was shocked, man. I was really shocked. Like, what? Like, this car is still new, it got an oil leak? Like, what? Like, it just didn't make sense. And ever since I had got my oil change, a couple days later, my car started shaking. So mind you, my car was shaking a couple years back, but we had fixed the shaking problem. And when it started doing it again, this time I wasn't really that concerned. So the weekend's coming up, so I'm at my dad's house. I want to spend time with him. I remember, it was Saturday when I tried to get something to eat, but when I tried to turn my car on, it wouldn't come on. So now I'm kind of panicking, like, bro, what's going on? Like, why is my car not starting? I did it again, didn't start. When I got my dad, we had looked at it, and he was like, pop the hood. I popped the hood, and he was like, yeah, your antifreeze is low. Like, you don't have any antifreeze. And I'm just like, man, I just went to get my oil change. Why didn't they, check my fluids and make sure all my fluids was why didn't they make sure I have fluids? You know what I mean? Like my antifreeze and things like that. They should always, make sure you got your fluids, like, your windshield washer fluid and things like that. So I'm like, I just got an oil change. Like, why didn't they make sure of that? Anyway, we had went to the store, got some antifreeze, put some in my car, and then we started again. It didn't start. We started one more time, and it started, but it was white smoke in the back, like from the exhaust. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell? Like, now mind you, it's a lot of white smoke. It's a lot. But I'm still keeping my head up. I'm still keeping calm. And I'm just like, man, at least it's not black smoke. I'm still being optimistic. So then I drove it in the neighborhood. I wanted to see what it was going to do. I drove it in the neighborhood, and the meter where it tells you, if your car is hot or cold, the meter had went all the way up to hot, and I'm just like, what the hell? And then it went right back down to cold. And that was weird for me. So when I saw that, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. Turned my car around, parked it. I let my dad drive it. When he was driving it slow, and the meter kept on going up and up and up. And he was like, "Oh yeah, your car's getting hot." And I was like, "What the hell is going on?" So the next day we took it to a mechanic friend. He was like, he got some misfires. He was like, yeah. You probably need a tune-up. So paid for the tune-up, and the car was still shaking. He was like, the mechanic guy was like, if the car is still shaking, come back the next day and we gonna fix something. I can't really remember what he said he was gonna fix, but he said he's gonna fix something. So the next day we went back up there. He had fixed that problem or whatever, and the car was still shaking. So he was like, you know what? Go to Ford and get a diagnostic. So that's what we did. We got a diagnostic, and 2 days later, the guy called me talking about you're gonna need a new engine. And bruh, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, this car is still new. It only got 83,000 miles on it. How do I need a new engine? I don't dog the car out. I don't do no dumb stuff with the car. I'm not reckless. I'm not none of that. I'm not none of that. I take care of my things. So he's just like, oh, you had a leak in your antifreeze and it got into your engine. So he was like, you're gonna need a whole nother engine. And he was like, it's gonna be $10,000. He just said it like, oh yeah, it's gonna be $10,000. It's not a big of a deal. It's just 10,000, you know. And we just like, I'm like, what? 10,000? Like, so as soon as we got off the phone, so it was like a lot of emotion involved. It was a lot of emotion involved, but I remember my parents is just like, you know, they like how I handled that situation. They was like, they like how I stay calm in that situation. And I'm just like, the reason I stay calm is because there's no point of crying about it. You know, there's no point of getting angry about it. By me doing all of that, my car is still going to be, I'm still going to need a new engine. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point of getting on like that. It's like, what can I do? And, you know, the best thing for me to do is to stay calm and see what my options are. That's the best thing to do. Not even just with this car situation. I feel like that's what you should do in life. You know, always stay calm and see what your options are. Don't be so quick to get mad or anything like that. Always stay. I know I said calm a lot in this video, but hey, I don't care. Always stay calm. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. You know what I mean? That's what I'm really trying to say. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. So my parents is like, they like how I handled the situation. So we saw what my options are. You know, trade the car in, get the engine fixed. Didn't want to trade the car in because I didn't want to trade the car in because my payments is going to be higher and I don't got time for that. You know, I don't got time for that. So I'm like, we're just going to get the engine fixed, but we're going to find a different company. We're going to find a different company because we already know how Ford can be, or any dealership can be. They was like, the engine is going to cost $10,000. So I'm like, okay, we can probably find a different place, a cheaper place. Not no raggedy place. You know, it could be cheaper, but a decent place. We found a place. And when we found the place, I was talking to the owner, and I really liked the dude's energy, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, we do Mustangs all the time. I'm also doing a Mustang right now with the same problem that you're having. So when he had said that made me feel good because it's like he knows what he's doing. You know, he knows what he's doing. My car is going to be taken care of and things like that. So that's what we went with. We went with that guy. So we took my car up there, and they had did a diagnostic on my car, and they was just like, well, the engine, he was like, the engine is not that bad. Like, the antifreeze didn't get all the way in the engine to where you need a new one. He was like, but we do need to fix, he can fix the head gasket. I'm like, all right, bet, that's gonna be cheaper. I'm like, all right, bet. Yes, I'm not gonna need a new engine. I'm just gonna need a new head gasket, and I'm grateful for that, because like, that engine, boy, that was gonna cost an arm and a leg. But yeah, so I'm just glad that that whole situation, my car's gonna be done next week, so I'm happy about that. My camera's gonna die. Dang, why my camera about to die? But yeah, if anybody is watching this video is going through a similar situation or anything that's worse, you know, don't let your emotions get the best of you, and keep your head up. Through every dark night, there's a brighter day after that. I got that from Tupac. But gotta just keep your head up, because everything's gonna be all right.